Hello everyone, and welcome to another Legend Lore chat on the Brawlhalla Lore YouTube channel. I am Barendipitous, and with me, I think, is Ashy Arts. Ashy Arts just has a lot of stuff going on at home, so may or may not be able to comment or whatever today. But in any case, we have Ragnir the Dragon. So, a dragon who takes human form to compete? How is that fair? How is that human form? I know, right? It still breathes fire. Things are really slipping around here. Ada, Jala, and Cassidy eating lunch.
The Feywild is collapsing. Enemies strike from all directions, even this one. There's more going on in Asgard than you know. I just fought a feathered serpent in the hall.
Ragnir to Ember. I am quite sure that feathered serpent is Queen Nai, or at least one of the gods Queen Nai has, like the essence of. Because where else would you find a feathered serpent, really, in Valhalla? But anyway, as the story goes, Ragnir Malakar Rex is an apex predator, a dragon 90 feet long in his natural form. He hunted the Feywild forest and its neighboring lands, and everything he met was prey or plunder. The first years after Ember's disappearance from the Feywild were good for the dragons. Without its heart, the eldritch forest descended into chaos, opening paths to new lands to ravage. Ragnir's favorite entrance to a new land was to emerge from an erupting volcano silhouetted against gouts of lava. In fire and battle, Ragnir's horde grew. He collected mountain hearts from unlucky dwarf kings. He wrested so much gold from the madman of Barbados that he is the pirate's Moby Dick. His Feywild lair grew so vast it was mistaken for a city of gold. But now, under mysterious assault, the forest is knotting itself into pure madness, and disaster looms. Ragnir knows the Feywild's only hope is to restore its heart, and he journeyed to Asgard to bring Ember back. To that end, he takes humanoid form and fights in the tournament, reveling in the battle. At night, he reverts to dragon form, soaring over Asgard to find the path back to the Feywild, or just eat Odin's sheep. Connections. Ragnir and Ember loathe Dusk as a betrayer, essentially. As Ada, Jala, and Cassidy have complained, Ragnir is a frickin' dragon. There are several,
eat people in a match.
Yeah.
And someone's gonna have to go get him.
It's impressive that I'm sure he's powerful in this humanoid form, and that people can still take him on, really. But yeah, there are a couple things that remind me of the Dragonborn race, humanoid dragon race in Dungeons and Dragons. First of all, Ragnir Malakar Rex. The Malakar especially sounds a lot like a Dragonborn name in Dungeons and Dragons. Dragonborn names tend to be very long, complex, with a lot of K's and R's and whatever. There is, Yarharit is another name of I think Ildrex. There's lots of Dragonborn names out there, but I'm not sure exactly where the name comes from. But like I said, it just reminds me of Dungeons and Dragons. The Rex is pretty obvious. Brings to mind Tyrannosaurus Rex, but also which means king of the tyrant lizards. So maybe he is a king, or maybe that's just a dragon word for something else. He is an apex predator, so Rex would make sense there. I love the little nod to The Hobbit. Let's see. He collected mountain hearts from unlucky dwarf kings. That is clearly a reference to what Smaug did by stealing the entire dwarven horde, including the heart of the mountain stone in the Hobbit book. So there's that. I love the fact that Madman of Barbados is mentioned in here. That is obviously Thatch. He's literally called the Madman of Barbados. And so if any of you who... I've mentioned this in Thatch's episode, but Ragnir is Thatch's Moby Dick, which basically means that Ragnir is a monster, essentially, that Thatch just loathes and wants to hunt down, because that's what happens in the book Moby Dick. Captain Ahab has a vendetta against a giant white whale and spends his whole life obsessing over capturing it and killing it, or tracking it down and killing it. So, yeah. Qatar and axe. Those are his weapons. Another interesting combination. I think giving him Qatars is a fun, creative way to have him attack with dragon-sized claws. Even though he has claws in his humanoid form, Qatars, like a single Qatar, could be the size of a dragon's claw, full dragon's claw. As for the axe, I don't know. The best I could come up with was that a double-bladed axe bears a resemblance to a dragon taking flight with its giant wings. So maybe that could be it. If that is the reason why BMG gave Ragnir an axe, then that's a cool idea, I think. In fact, that makes me wonder: are any of Ragnir's skins? Does his axe look like a dragon? I'm looking at them now.
I don't think so.
I think they just look like axes, but Sobek Ragnir has like a flying beetle. No, that's about it. So, but yeah. Yeah, I guess besides his connections with Ember, with the Feywild, and with Thatch, I don't think there's much more to say about Ragnir. It's cool that there's a dragon in Brawlhalla, and that he has a humanoid form.
I have a little thing that since
Okay.
Dusk is not officially around, he just tries to protect Ember just in case Dusk might do something again, even though he's not really a kind of way to Ember.
Right, and like Dusk is not in the Feywild anymore, but
Yeah, but he's still trying to protect
yeah,
because they don't know what he's gonna do.
exactly.
They despise him.
Exactly. So, but yeah, it would be cool to see what sort of treasures Ragnir's horde has, and like what maybe like where in the Feywild. It would also be cool to have a map that was like Ragnir's horde. Like the background would have like the big sea of gold and treasure and whatever. But knowing Ragnir, he wouldn't allow a battle to take place so close to his horde, basically. So, yeah. Oh, and also
Doesn't
like I said before, that feathered serpent in the hall quote earlier. I love
Nine.
it. Nye, Queen Nye, totally. But yeah, things are so crazy here. I fought a feathered serpent in the hall. And then it's just really fun to think of Ada, Jala, and Cassidy just, chatting over lunch and whatever. So they do complain about the fact that this is not like human form, and many dragons, including dragons in Dungeons and Dragons, can shapeshift into human forms. This is not human form. This is technically humanoid form. Because if it was human form, then he would look like, like Cross or something. Humanoid means shape of a human. So,
Yeah.
technicality, nuance, whatever. But yeah, a few little clues about like the Feywild. So apparently the Feywild under mysterious assault, that could be from Dusk perhaps, nodding itself into pure madness, restoring its heart. So does that mean Ember is the heart, or Ember knows how to restore the heart because she's the daughter of the Feywild, like a child trying to bring back a fallen parent or something? Who knows? But yeah, I think that's all I have for Ragnir. Not a whole lot this time, but some cool things. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, GG, fellow lore nerds.